Welcome y'all to the Blackhoof Saloon, a Wild West Exodus podcast. Mosey on up to the bar and get yourself a bottle of firewater or a glass of sarsaparilla and listen to some good old yarns about adventures of law dogs, outlaws, and weird creatures. So set a spell, water your ride or your rider, and get ready to tune up your posses. This is the Blackhoof Saloon.
All right, guys, it's Eric and Brian back from the Blackhoof Saloon with another kind of unboxing video of some new box sets. And today, this video, we're doing the other one that Brian just got with his last purchase of Dystopian Wars. And this is, I think, Brian, this is probably one of those sets that we were teased way in the beginning of Warcradle taking a hold of Wild West Exodus, and I remember seeing some of the artwork of these guys, and people were going nuts. So This has been a long time in the coming, is this set. So what do we got here, Brian?
Right. So these sketches were sketched, I believe, while the game was still under Warcradle. I mean, Outlaw.
Yeah, that's right. It probably was.
And
that's right.
When they crossed over, these were quickly some of the things that were being snuck as like, here's what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And these were, in the early teasers, the idea was the other tribal groups across the globe.
Yeah, which was
your nation.
That's right? A neat concept too.
But then when they merged with the dystopian war mythos and fluff, there were some changes. So now these guys are affiliated with one of the dystopian war, factions, which is the Empire, the Celestial Empire.
Yep.
But they're attached to the Warrior Nation because of very similar.
Well, they're shapeshifters in a way, right?
Right.
So they're tap into that
calling. The Great Spirit gives them the ability to, take on these forms. So this is the Pride of the Nekomata. It's a detachment set for Lost World Exodus, but it can also be played in the Warrior Nation in the Wild West Exodus.
Yep. And if I remember right, weren't there rumors of playing with one of my buddies' factions? Double J?
Right. So there's a little bit of flexibility based on who these models can play with.
Partner up with, yeah.
Whether or not you're running them as a theme or not.
Okay.
So as when you run the theme, it can run in an outlaw or a Warrior Nation.
Oh.
And if you saw our previous video, the box, the Lost World Exodus box is this green.
It's kind of a jungle look, right?
Yeah. And of course, again, if you did watch another box, I have tripod issues.
So you're basically you need a third arm. You need to be. Wasn't there a character from Total Recall that had 3 arms?
I thought it was multiple dudes.
Okay, maybe. Oh yeah, he had the different head. I thought he maybe had some arms too. Oh boy.
All right.
That's a nice box. That's a nice box too. I mean, we've seen this one a little bit before, but it's still. I love that art style that they're doing with these boxes. I mean, it's more than just a box. It's pretty. I mean, it makes you want to put all your tokens and dice and stuff in there.
Yeah. My wife was in here in the office and we were cleaning up, and she was like, "Why do you keep all these boxes?" I'm like, "Look at them. They're awesome."
I mean, I don't know if anybody can see behind me. You can see all mine up here on the shelf still. So,
Yeah.
and I know
Yeah.
some people take the boxes and they'll put them on the wall, you know?
There's a couple of more Lost World Exodus boxes on my desk, and then there's a stack of the Wild West Exodus boxes right there. Okay, so we're going to dive into the box. So you dive in the box, and you got a bag of,
They look like all almost all mediums.
yeah, and just two smalls. So 4 mediums, two smalls.
Okay.
There's 6 models in the box. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these
That's
out.
pretty standard for a lot of their posse sets, or in this case, a detachment set. That you get about 6 models.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's what you come to expect with the detachment sizes. Um, well, it really just depends. Like some of the box sets come with more, like Meat Grinder.
That's the
Obviously,
same
because it
one I was thinking of. That's probably got to
comes
be
with
the one that
hands.
has the most.
Uh, right, it comes with one more than Forlorn Hope, right?
Yeah, I think
Or does
so.
Forlorn Hope come with more?
You know what? I don't know. We
I
may have
don't
to
know.
go back and
Alan,
look
do you
on
know?
that one.
All right, so our first bag that we've opened, here we have. I don't know, Eric. Do you have the names of them? Because
Let me see if.
here, I will turn the box around
Hey,
because
there we go.
they have the
Yeah.
names on the back. All right, so let's see. This sprue is the first sprue that we're going to take a look at, and it's going to be uh, Kinzai Oil.
So these guys, all their names are flavor wise are like Japanese. Is it kind of
Right,
thing?
so they are Japanese nationality, um, and they kind of tease that they have like an ancestral like link, right? So
Mm-hmm.
there's these, the people that these people in Japan, they are descendants from people who also have been able to imbue these spirits. So they kind of like come and resurface, and right now uh, they all haven't resurfaced. So just this group right now is
Okay.
present.
Okay.
Uh, but the fluff teases that more will come. They just don't know anything about it. They don't know when.
You know
So
what
this
I'll
one is
do? I'll do,
another
Brian.
checkpoint.
When you go to open another bag, I'll plop open one of the 3D renders so people can see what they look like together.
Okay.
Who else is
And
on that little bit?
this is the archery model, which is Urona Chitai.
Okay.
So we're looking at this guy and then this girl in this little pouch.
Another dynamic pose for them.
So here's some more of the pieces.
Legs and arms
And this
and
is the arm of the panther-looking guy, nunchucks.
that looks
The
like a
leg of the little
wicked.
girl.
Those look like some wicked weapons somebody's holding.
Okay, so yeah, we actually have some pieces to one of the other models here. So these are the arms of Yamamini.
Okay.
So we'll see her torso and other parts a little bit later. And then here is
Heads.
the head of uh, Urona. Here's the forward arm of uh, Hyo. Some of the
Like a
decorations of his back.
backpack, and then that looks like what the front piece. What would you call that? Not a loincloth, but in that area.
Yeah, it looks like his crotch armor. And I think those are chesticles
Okay.
and the face of Yama. It does look like a few of these pieces are crossing over with other sprues. Because I think this is the chest of Yamamimi and her hat.
Okay.
So we'll see more of her in another bag, I believe.
So
Now I'm going to open up the
here,
next.
so here's a little bit of a view of the guy you were just looking at. Pretty sweet looking altogether. He's got his nunchucks under his arm, ready to kick some butt. Yeah, and that was his backpack. And then who else did we see? We saw her. No, we saw the one with the bow.
No,
Oh,
that was the pieces.
we saw pieces of that one of her.
And that was Yamamimi.
Oh, here it is.
So we saw her weapons,
And there's her all together with.
is Yorona Chitai.
I mean, these look really. These look like they're gonna be fun to paint.
Oh, I can't wait. Although I probably will, because I've got quite a few in progress on the table.
All right. So what do you got ready for us now?
All right. So the next pieces I have is going to be the Ichiko Kuga. And she's got this disc weapon.
Now, is that solid in there?
It is, but it's thin enough to where
You can just punch it out.
I'll end up punching. And her tabard came off, but no big deal. Doesn't have any damage to it, so we'll be good. And there's her butt and leg. She has in addition to the spiked ring, she also has a long staff with 2 hooks.
Hmm.
Her other leg. And then we have.
Is that a tail I see?
It is.
Oh my gosh! So somebody's got a tail. Oh, that's
This
their little critter.
This is the companion to her base. So she's on a medium base, but this guy sits on the base as well.
Okay,
And
that's right. I see. I'm looking at the
like
3D art.
the little cat guy. Very cool.
You gonna paint him like your cat that was earlier on the screen before we recorded?
No, I probably won't. So, like I said, that was her on the.
Okay. She seems like she had a lot of pieces there, but they
She does
looked.
Have pieces, but she also has a sidekick on the bottom of her base as well. So.
I mean, the way it's like with each model set that they come out with, they're getting so much detail to them, but the ease of putting them together too.
Yeah, their art department is gotten so good at capturing all the details that we love to paint, and the sculpts have all been doing good. So whoever their lead sculptor is, he's bringing his A game, because they're all looking really fabulous.
All right, there's a little view for everybody of the 3D render of that one with our little. I don't even know what that would is that another cat too, like them?
Oh no,
It's a weird. It's a weird looking cat if it is. All right, so we got some more here, right?
All right, and so the last sprue is the last 2 members of the team. So we have the leader of the group, the boss, which is Komanu Rayon.
Okay.
So he's very much like the
that outfit
of the group.
So much detail. Very similar, like I remember painting Nakano and all the detail of her armor. And this stuff, man, looks like it's a step up above that.
Right.
It's cool.
So this other torso is the torso to Tora Conan. So he is this model.
Okay.
So you get the leader, in this pose, and then this guy
That
on this one sprue.
that one looks pretty cool.
That's his body. And then you have
Pieces.
right. So you have
Okay, arms and the
Kokan's
head.
head. Got the big gauntlet claw for the rayon. You have one of these spiky hands for Kokan. Got a little couple of swords that go on the back of Kokan. The other spiky bit, sword that Rayon is in the middle of drawing off its back.
Mm.
And then twin swords.
Now the sword, is it fairly thick too? It looks pretty thick.
It does not seem as like flimsy as some of them. And if you look, the wrists are pretty beefy too.
Okay.
So it doesn't look like it may run into the risks of some of the weapons that pop off. But overall, the sprue's really nice. The details are really, really crisp. I don't know about you, but I don't really see a whole lot of flashing.
I do like their resin models. It seems like they do come out really, really clean.
I mean, I'm not seeing much in the way of. There's a little bit of a seam line.
Yeah.
You can't even make resin without that, but these look really, really clean. So, yeah, these will be amazing to play with. Can't wait. So, there you go. You have your Nekomata.
So we looked at this guy, right?
Yep.
And then here's his back view. Man, he's got a lot of hardware on him. And then we saw the leader. I like that he's drawing the sword. That's really neat.
Yep.
And then the back of him. And then here's a big picture of the whole group.
Yep. And that is the pride of the Nekomata.
All right. And that is available now. So if you guys didn't order it yet, you may have to wait a little bit, because me and Brian actually saw that they're already on reprint.
Yeah, they're already reprinting these. That just means that there was a lot of people who were excited that they came out.
Yeah, like we said when we started this, these ones were probably the longest, most anticipated set that Warcradle's been developing since they first teased the artwork. So yeah, this one really taps into a lot of our childhoods. I'm not going to say who. Most people know who. But it looks pretty awesome.
Right, yeah. Ever since we got the CDs from the site, Beyond site.
Yeah. Well, all right, guys. We'll go ahead and cut out of here. This was just going to be us drooling over these new sets that Brian got. And I'm sure Brian wants to start building these and the other ones from the other video we did for Dystopian Wars, the new sets out this month. So check them out, you guys, if you haven't. And me and Brian will talk to you guys later. If we get some more stuff, maybe we'll start doing some of this. This is kind of neat and fun. It gives you guys a little sneak peek. But until next time, guys, always ride with the sun at your back, and always roll those big crits. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks for stopping by the Blackhoof Saloon, y'all. We hope you enjoyed your visit. Feel free to get a hold of us with comments or questions via the interwebs, and shoot us a telegraph at blackhoofsaloon@gmail.com. You can also find us on the Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Music for the podcast was provided for use by Ross Bugden and can be found at one of his YouTube channels, Ross Bugden Music or Ross Bugden Composer. Until your next visit, ride with the sun at your back, and always roll those big crits.